What are the components of the WaveTrend oscillator? We have our two lines, the WaveTrend 1, WaveTrend 2. You can call it your signal line, the short-term one, and your baseline for the other. If you just pop this indicator open on TradingView, the one from, I think his name's Crypt, and you'll see the little bit different colors. I changed the blue to green because I think it's more intuitive, because if the green line's over the red, I'm bullish. If the green line's below the red, bearish. Makes sense to me. And then we have the overbought and the oversold zones. So these are our two lines, first off, the green and the red. We also have the overbought, this little dotted green line here, and oversold, dotted red. The zero line is right in the middle between this histogram, this blue and the yellow here. If you trade MACD, then you're probably familiar with this part of it. And if you use any kind of like stochastic oscillator or MACD, this probably isn't too out of line from something you're familiar with either. Because of that, it's very easy to transition from using a MACD or an RSI or a stochastic oscillator into doing this. Most of the same strategies will work, but for me, I just find this one fires a little bit faster. I had this, an RSI, a money flow indicator, and a stochastic all overlaid for a while, and I was just watching how they all interacted. And this one, more often than any of the others, was like the canary in the coal mine, given the first hint. So I'm a big fan of this thing. Why WaveTrend oscillators? Why not a MACD? Why not an RSI? Why not a stochastic? Well, let's talk about it. So compared to the RSI is going to be a little more choppy. WaveTrend oscillator is going to be a little bit better at detecting the divergences. And I think that's because it smooths the trends, like I said. So when you're smoothing the trends, you just kind of smooth out the noise, and it becomes pretty easy to see when these divergences jump out at you. MACD is going to be a little bit slower for the momentum shifts. Remember I said this WaveTrend oscillator tends to pick up a candle or two earlier than a MACD will. It's going to have clearer overbought and oversold levels, again, just due to the trend smoothing. And I think it's easier to read at a glance for these reasons. I think a good indicator gives you the information that you need from it as fast as possible. Like when you're cycling charts rapidly, you want it to jump out at you. So for the WaveTrend, this jumps out at me much more than a MACD or anything like that. And then compared to stochastic, you're just going to get fewer false signals, again, because of the smoothness of the trends. And same thing with the trend direction. The smoothness really does help. And there's a reason why most traders I know use EMAs over SMAs for any short-term action where it needs to be more responsive.